Hello everyone, Game Trigger Studios here, and here's a topic that's been on my mind ever since Forza Horizon was announced for the PlayStation. Do correct me if this is fake news, but, well, I've been noticing a trend that our console exclusives are pretty much fading away. And I'm not saying this because we don't have another Twisted Metal game in this generation of the PlayStation and the last, but are console exclusives really ending? I mean, a gaming system's lineup is the standing reason why so many of us had to pick a side in the PlayStation versus Xbox and versus Nintendo triple threat match. You wanna evolve your combat with Halo? Well, should have stayed with Microsoft and the Xbox. You want to play the real driving simulator or maybe Bloodborne? Then you have to side with Sony. You want to Goomba stomp Goombas and save the princess? Nintendo is what you should be looking for. For many years, a console's main selling point were its exclusives. Make no mistake, I began this video by saying that Sony has fallen off. Well, they have, but they still have pretty solid games like the Ghost of Tsushima and the Uncharted series, and they should seriously do something about Twisted Metal. But anyway, Nintendo still got some amazing exclusives which are a part of its identity. And, well, as for Microsoft, they had Forza. Sure, they've got lots of other great games, but it just feels there's just something off about playing a Forza Motorsport on PlayStation or playing Gran Turismo on the Xbox. Am I being a square over here, or do many other fellow gamers share this sentiment? Anyway, I considered buying a Nintendo Switch at one point just to play Shin Megami Tensei 5. And for those who don't know, well, I'm a big SMT fan. To a point I considered buying an entire console largely to play a game. Yeah, a waste of money, but again, I just decided to hold on to the same money and wait it out. So, Atlas having no exclusivity deal with Nintendo or any gaming company, I'm glad it all played well in the end, and the re-release was well worth the wait. The way I see it, entire strategies built around selling games are changing with the games as a service model, the dreaded DLC and microtransaction gimmicks, and many games are embracing cross-platform compatibility. Now, designing games is no cheap feat. Whether you're an indie game developer or you're developing a AAA or AA title, yeah, it takes a serious amount of investment of manpower, resources, etc. Meanwhile, Nintendo is still doing its own thing. I don't know how's it working for them, but these guys don't need to change. As for Nintendo, bringing its own titles to the PlayStation and the Xbox would not only mean enraging its fans, but they would terribly sabotage their own solid business model. Something that's always worked out for them since day one. Whether you like it or not, I know this sounds obvious, but money talks. The problem with console exclusivity in this day and age is, if, say for example, we had Nier Automata on the PlayStation, it was a solid game, and it's still one of my goated games, and many other gamers share the same feelings. But by only swearing by Sony, you leave a lot of money on the table, something which I'm sure the Xbox bros would have liked. I'm just glad that SMT5 was not only re-released on the PlayStation 5, but us Xbox bros got our own fun by playing one of the best JRPGs ever made so far. I mean, we've all seen the blockbuster success that is Fortnite. Barring gamers only because of what console they own and not releasing your game on pretty much every other major console, not only makes the gamers on the other side of the spectrum feel left out, but it's a terrible business move in my opinion. I am sure that companies by now have realized since that you just don't need to sell only your exclusives or your hardware. You have to sell both. You have to sell games to be played on that hardware, and the hardware has to handle it like it's a cinch. So if console exclusives do eventually become a thing of the past, with few exclusives on each side, gaming companies will have to try different tricks to get the attention of gamers. Gone are the days where you would buy this console to play this game, or buy this console to only avail this service. They're actually gonna have to up the ante and try something different for once. So what kinds of interesting and I do dare say gimmicky features should companies try to sell us? Think of the PlayStation 5 controller with its motion sensors, its haptic feedback for the controller's triggers. The Xbox could still swear by the same design, but give us a more durable controller. One that does not give us a serious case of stick drift within a month or so of using. Nintendo? Well, Nintendo really did surprise me with how they, marketed and introduced the Nintendo Switch. So with Nintendo, you can pretty much expect anything from their peak innovation. Anyway, we might even see sort of a Dreamcast style controller where we have like a little screen thingy in the middle. I doubt that will ever happen since, companies these days are a little less interested in innovating and a lot more interested in minting money. Leading to the pay-to-play subscription model with the Game Pass and the PlayStation Plus. Yeah, I don't see that leaving soon, so it's something we're all gonna have to cope with. Hey, I know what I said about console exclusives staying on their respective consoles and not even looking to the other side, but if so many gamers can experience the greatness of Forza Horizon 5's open world, its practically limitless car list where they're now finally adding JDMK cars to the list and other greats that we never even knew existed, why not? Similarly, I would love to experience Gran Turismo on the Xbox or some other PlayStation exclusive. I just want an option to play my games without just simply, losing all my money to greedy companies. So that's that. Well, ain't nothing free in this world, but basically, what do you think is going to be the state of gaming in the future? Will we still have our console exclusives? Or will there be fewer console exclusives? Or will something really differently happen that it just simply catches us all by surprise? Who knows? Do leave your thoughts in the comments of this video and don't forget to like and subscribe. As for the gameplay, enjoy me whooping this literal Thunderbird over here. Bye bye.
Almost dodged that. Let it rain.